Hi, and welcome to another entry in my journal, the Sagebrush Happy Hour Journal entry for March 1st, 2025. It's been another really warm day, but right now the wind is starting to pick up, and you may be able to hear it in the microphone. And we actually have some weather moving in. So, March is entered both as a lamb and is quickly switching to a lion. So, I'm not sure what our forecast for the rest of the season is. So, with my solar upgrade is I have a bunch of surplus equipment now. Is that I basically replaced most of my solar panels with older solar panels with newer solar panels, and I have an older inverter, and you actually have a couple inverters and some other solar equipment. And I also decommissioned our Starlink, and so to kind of try to get a little bit of return on investment, as I put all those things up for sale, and so just of course I'm trying to sell them on Facebook Marketplace, and we actually have a list here in Taos. It's called For Sale Taos, which is basically the same thing as Facebook Marketplace, aimed toward locals, and then also a couple local Facebook groups that I'm advertising these items for sale at. So if you're interested and you're local, you can look at Facebook Marketplace for the Taos area, and you can look for solar panels or a Starlink version 2 or a nice EG inverter. And so those things are all for sale. And so hopefully I'll be able to recoup a little bit of the money that I've invested in the newer solar and some of that equipment, the microinverter and that sort of thing. And so that stuff is for sale and locally, and we'll hope that it does sell. Then the other thing is yesterday was kind of National No Buy Day, so wanted to run to the grocery store to avoid an out of beer experience, but I fortunately had enough beer to make it through the day, and so I went into town this morning to get groceries and of course beer. And what had happened is when I got into town, it was a traffic jam, and Taos, being one of the oldest towns in the United States, is not laid out in a grid. It is basically old Indian trails and game trails, and wherever they can get a crossing on the river. And so if there's some kind of accident or something in the middle of town, their only road it through is the Paseo. And so we had apparently a construction crane was coming through town and snagged power lines and dragged down some power poles. And so basically the center of town was without power this morning. And I was driving in, they had all the streets blocked off, and we had to drive a kind of a long convoluted detour and to get to the grocery store, only to find out that the Kroger store, where I usually shop, was without power, and they were basically tapping their foot and waiting for the power to come back on. And so I went to the other grocery store, the Albertsons grocery store in town, of course, where I know where nothing is inside the grocery store. So anyway, that ended up taking about 3 times as long as I expected, but did get some groceries, and fortunately got some beer. And so the day is not a total loss. In fact, it's quite good. Cheers.